I've been playing through the Ninja Gaiden Master Collection on Steam. Thanks to Bazaar Dawdler for gifting me the bundle, because now I have 2 good games in my library. Going through Ninja Gaiden 2, I noticed something that the game did that I didn't pick up on the last time I played it a decade ago. See, I've got a certain place in my heart for the starting level of the first 3D Ninja Gaiden way back in 2004. I got a demo disc from the official Xbox magazine that featured that level as the game's demo. You go through the mountain path and learn about basic controls by way of Ayane leaving ninja post-its along your path. From there, you climb up a shaft and find yourself at the entrance of the ninja fortress. You fight some ninja, hunt for some keys, backtrack, and then face off against the first boss of the game, Murai.
I see you have made it this far.
This dude used to wipe the floor with me as a kid, and even now, he can put me down if I pick up the game after a long break. If and when you beat Murai, Ryu learns that his village is under attack and races off. The first half of the second chapter has you backtracking from the ninja fortress back to the mountain path and following the route to the Hayabusa village. Along the way, you come upon a destroyed bridge, and you have to either swim across the pond or Naruto run on the water to the other side. The village itself looks like it took a thorough beating while Ryu was away. Bodies litter the ground that provide healing items and ammo for Ryu. In order to progress, he has to climb through a storehouse window, where he finds Ayane passed out. This is where Ryu gets the bow, and where he first encounters a Muramasa statue, which allows him to upgrade his weapons and purchase consumables. Exiting the storehouse from the main entrance eventually leads to an open area, where Ryu has to fend off some mounted samurai. The vanilla and black versions of the game end at the bridge where Ryu fights a red samurai, supported by ninja sorcerers. The Sigma version adds another part of the map, where Ryu moves through a house engulfed in flames while fighting ninja mobs. There's a bit of a level hazard in this segment, where bursts of flame will occasionally spew from the walls if Ryu spends too much time in any spot in the house. The Sigma version ends at the front of the temple, where Ryu witnesses Kureha's death, and faces off against one of the bosses in the game, Doku. In Vanilla and Black, this moment is relegated to a cutscene, where Doku cuts Ryu down in one swipe. In Sigma, this moment is extended into an unwinnable boss fight, which is cool as the way it's framed is similar to a duel that Ryu and Doku have in the middle of the game. When night falls and the village finally burns to the ground, a falcon sweeps across the wreckage and resurrects Ryu as a spirit of vengeance. And that's when Ninja Gaiden really begins.
Doku.
So, why did I mention Ninja Gaiden 2 earlier? You ever play a game series and one of the sequels features a level from past entries? Like how Dark Souls 3 makes subtle references to Anor Londo when you make your way into Irithyll, and then eventually you reach this area, where you move a switch to raise a stairway up to this platform with these iconic steps, and then the words fade into the screen. Much like the first game, the second level of Ninja Gaiden 2 features a Hayabusa village under attack, because Ryu's family just can't catch a break when it comes to acts of terrorism. The first part of the level starts off in the village graveyard where Kureha's body was laid to rest, and connects to the open area where Ryu fought horseback samurai in the first game. Sadly, Ryu can get into the storehouse and has to move on to a newer part of the map for the rest of the chapter. So cool, right? The game referenced a third of the old Hayabusa village from the first game. Well, after some globetrotting, Ryu returns to the Hayabusa village. This level starts from the flaming wreckage of Ryu's house where he last saw his father, Joe Hayabusa, fall to his apparent death. Ayane appears to give Ryu closure about his father, as well as a jewel that unlocks the Dragon Sword's true potential.
This will help. Ayane, stand back.
The true dragon sword.
This chapter is more or less a return to the second chapter, but backwards. Ryu returns to the courtyard where he first fought Doku and fends off a pair of Tengu fiends. The house looking over the courtyard is where Ryu acquired the Falcon Claws earlier in the game, and it's also the same house where the fire hazards would spew from the walls in Sigma. Ryu returns to the bridge where he fought the Red Samurai and Ninja Sorcerers from the first Ninja Gaiden, and even goes back to the Horseback Samurai arena. This time, he can actually enter the storehouse and follow the same path out to get to the entrance of the Hayabusa village. This place looks a lot better when it's not on fire. They even repaired the bridge from the first game. Sadly, Ryu can't jump down into the water to find treasure here like he could in Ninja Gaiden. Following the path up eventually leads to the dead end where Ryu had to slide down a slope to face off against some ninja in the first game. But now there seems to be an underwater tunnel that leads to another part of the area. The jungle segments seem like new ground, but they eventually lead to a clearing. Hey, that rock formation looks familiar. So does this cave. Where are we exactly? Once I reached this blind corner and got ambushed by some spider ninja, it finally clicked with me. The game is bringing me back to the ninja fortress. I got so excited to see this place. Unlike the Hayabusa village, it looks like no one bothered to maintain this place after Murai died at the end of the first game. You're expected to take the rope path at the entrance of the fortress to progress, but the game didn't bother to patch up the shaft that led to the mountain path. Turns out we can go all the way to the very start of the first Ninja Gaiden in this chapter. There's no reason to be here other than to pick up a collectible in the tunnel that led back to the Hayabusa village, but I really like that Team Ninja went the extra mile to include this part of the game. I'm a sucker for these kinds of callbacks and references in video games. It's kinda like playing GTA 5 and finding yourself back in the Grove Street cul-de-sac. It's not something you'd expect the game to include, but it really hits the nostalgia bone when you experience it. Play Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2. I don't care which version you play, but play them because they're fun action games. The Master Collection is readily available on Steam, but read up on their technical shortcomings before you decide on getting them.